Ladies and gentlemen, Bungle. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going over Enlisted, the World War II free-to-play first-person shooter, and today we're going over the Invasion of Normandy MP43/1 or STG-44, a weapon review. Now, kind of what I do here on my channel with all reviews for premium content, event squads, etc., is I give you an overview, kind of telling you, what it is, what is this thing that we're talking about. I also talk about the performance, how does this perform? Is it good? Is it bad? And lastly, do I recommend getting it, grinding for it, and everything like that? So, without further ado, let's begin. So, kind of going over the overview. All right, so this weapon is a assault class. All right, this can be equipped by the assault class. You get this by getting all the way up to max level, level 32, for the Invasion of Normandy on the German side. So this is the only way you can get this weapon right now. Currently, the assault class weapon is by playing Invasion of Normandy, getting up to the highest level and getting this weapon. Now, as a disclaimer, since this weapon is only exclusively in the Invasion of Normandy right now, you can't take this weapon and transfer it to other campaigns. The only reason you're able to do that is if you have that weapon unlocked in that campaign. So, for example, if this weapon shows up down the road for the Battle of Berlin, then you can take that weapon and transfer it over once you reach that level. So keep that in mind. I tried trying to do that with the M1 Thompson from the United States for level 29 campaign level to the Battle of Tunisia for the Allies, and you can't do that unless you hit that level that you unlock that weapon. So keep that in mind. So moving on with the performance. All right, I'm going to pretty much say it, and I've said it before some of my viewers on this channel. So in ranking the weapons and everything, this weapon is just great. It's fully auto and can be semi-auto, but this is more of a weapon you want to play as an assault. You want to be aggressive with it. It has great accuracy and recoil. I mean, sure, you can kind of put it on semi-auto and use it as a rifle, but let's be honest, the 7.92 millimeter round, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck if you take this weapon out into combat and take it into close quarters and just basically shred. You can just shred squads, shred opponents, wipe out multiple enemy squads. Like, this weapon is just great at clearing house. Very easy to use, very powerful. You can easily win any one-on-one. You don't even trade. You just win one-on-ones. And if you do trade, that's usually if someone gets a jump on you at the last minute. But honestly, this is a great weapon to go on a kill streak with. As long as you have an engineer in your squad to go kind of resupply you and have that resupply point, and you kind of build your squad too, so you have a large ammo packs, you're going to be pretty much unstoppable as long as you're playing well and know what you're doing. So keep that in mind too. Of course, it's up to user error. So if you run out in the open and get killed, I mean, it's kind of obvious, not using cover and concealment. But in general, this weapon just it has no recoil. It's very powerful. The 7.92 millimeter round is really strong. Now, I know some people are going to be like, well, why isn't this called the STG-44? So I did a little digging, back in the day when Bungle had to go through college and all that. I know a lot of people say don't use Wikipedia, but for my opinion, kind of a quick research, you look at Wikipedia and then kind of go down to the bottom for its references, and you can go from there. So I did a little quick, higher education level research here. And from my findings, basically the MP43/1 is just kind of the precursor, would you say, to the STG-44. There really is no difference in the way those weapons look. They perform the same way. It was just an earlier version of the STG-44. And then when the STG-44 came out, if you see the weapon serialized and it has MP43/1 on it, but the STG-44 is going to be different, just slightly different. There really is no difference in how it performs. So honestly, when the STG-44 comes out, it would not surprise me if it performs the exact same way. There really is no big differences from what I gathered from Bungle's research. Now, lastly, is this worth it? Is it worth grinding down to this point? And honestly, reflecting back on it on the US side versus the German side, I'm going to say Germany's kind of pretty much the one you want to grind for in the Invasion of Normandy. Reason number one, and if you want me to do a review on this, I imagine probably some people are going to be asking for it, is the Panther A. The Panther A, in my opinion, is overpowered. Basically, a pure hard counter to the Jumbo. No Allied tanks will penetrate you frontally if you know what you're doing. Even some of them will struggle on your side, like a 37 millimeter cannon from a Stuart. If you know what you're doing and you play the Panther very just competently as a tank player, you are guaranteed to be top of your team, and you will definitely be a big thorn to the Allied side. I mean, the Panther can just shred infantry, destroy tanks. It's just great. So you have that to grind for. And then in addition to it, now at the top level, you get the STG-44 basically, and MP43/1. But I mean, you see how it's performing. It's just destroying. It's fun. It's great to play. And we see this with the other reviews I've done here too, with the Gewehr 43 Kurtz or the MP35/3. You know, those weapons are just strong. And you can imagine either be a new player watching this on the channel, or, you know, returning viewer, returning sub, and you're like, wow, I probably should consider probably grinding for the Invasion of Normandy for Germany just because of how strong it is. And I think I've noticed too is that we've been seeing a lot of stuff coming out from Enlisted lately about backwards compatibility for PS4 and for the Xbox, the old Xbox console, the Xbox One and all that. We're seeing a lot of new players. And that's a big thing I've been seeing too when I've been grinding this weapon. As I was grinding with the Panther and everything like that, is that there's a lot of newer players coming in. So not want to say it's seal clubbing, but basically it is seal clubbing using loadouts like the STG, like the Gewehr 43 Kurtz, the MP35/3, the Panther A, just basically seal clubbing the newer players in the game and just getting ridiculous kill streaks. Like, I have not seen a jumbo when I've been playing. Like, I've been seeing so many stewards, so many. So it just tells me there's a lot of new players in the game. Same with Pumas on the German side as well. So that's kind of the thing is too, if you're interested in, you know, starting down this line, probably this is the best time since there's a lot of newer players out right now in the game. Now for the Allied side, in my opinion too, I don't think they really get a lot of good stuff. So right now it's really grind for Germany. Now, if you reach this point in the video, new viewer, possibly new subscriber, well, I hope today is a day that I earn your subscription. Having you comment down below and mash that like button, it does help me with the YouTube algorithm. Returning sub, returning viewer. Let's be honest, YouTube video analytics never lie. Usually at this point in the video, we have 0.01% of Bungle's viewers either be a returning sub or just a new viewer even watching, so no one's even watching at this point. Hashtag Bungle's smelly socks, which, like I said, no one's watching. But if you are watching at this point, you know, this kind of one of the things I was looking at doing is, like I said, if you are all interested in having kind of gameplay, of me just doing gameplay, you know, having that posted either with commentary or just with the gameplay or montages and stuff. And I know some people asked, and I'm probably going to have it uploaded soon, of just the Gewehr 43 Kurtz, just because a lot of the viewers found it very interesting. Especially with a 3-round burst mechanic and how it just shreds infantry. So if you want to see that type of gameplay or stuff like that, let me know as well, and I'll consider doing it down the road. Other than that, thanks for all sticking around. I appreciate the support and everything like that. Another big thing too, as I'm looking at, if someone's interested, if you are handy with Discord, or you're really knowledgeable on Discord or anything like that, consider reaching out to me on my Bungle fan mail, you can check it out on the About page on the official Bungle YouTube channel. Definitely we can get in contact and start working on setting that up, just because there's been a lot of viewers dropping by the Discord, and to be honest, it's kind of unprofessional of me the way I have it kept right now. It's kind of like an unkept house, you know, just with junk and everything all over the place. So if you are interested in doing that and you are like really adept at Discord, consider possibly stopping by. I'm definitely in need of people to help me build that Discord. But other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping by and take care.